Hi guys, welcome to Opportunity Nanny. Please, if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's just jump right into this video. And yes, also like this video and share. Now we are going to be looking at the RTP scholarship in Australia. Now today we are focusing on Curtin University. Now, the RTP scholarship is funded by the Australian government, and the aim is to help students to undertake higher degrees by research. So, higher degree by research is any degree program that is majorly focused on research. So, we have like masters in research, or we have a PhD program. Now, the scholarship is going to cover one or all of this. So you get like a tuition fee offset, you get stipends for the entire duration of your program, you get allowances like your health insurance covered, you may get additional training and research you may get additional research training and engagement with partners. You could also get your relocation cost covered. Then there's also you can get some allowances for thesis printing and academic publication. Now, this document is very important. It details everything about the scholarship. I'm just going to be going through some of the important ones, but I always encourage that you read everything about it. Now, how can you be eligible to apply for this scholarship? Now, you could be either an international or domestic student that is eligible for admission at Curtin University. Now, you should also not be receiving income from another source to support your general living while undertaking this course of study if the income is higher than 75% of the stipend you are receiving. What that means is that if you are receiving income, or you know that you are going to be receiving income during the course of your studies that is 75% higher than the stipend they'll be giving you, you are not eligible for this program. Now, they said income unrelated to a student course of study or income received for student course of study but is not for the purpose of supporting your general living costs is not taken into account here. To also be eligible for the RTP fee offsets, a student will not be receiving an equivalent award or scholarship from the Commonwealth also designed to offset HGR fees. So you should not also get a scholarship too that is going to offset your fees. If you already have a scholarship that is going to offset your fees, then you are not going to be eligible for the RTP fee offset scholarship. Now, so after the eligibility, you can scroll down and read about the scholarship condition of award, the steps for the scholarship application. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that, right? The scholarship application, how they are going to score you. You know what, that's why I said it's very important to read this document, because you will see that when you submit your application, they are going to be assessing you on this 17th. So the basis of your admission, academic qualification, achievement of candidacy, work related research experience, and a whole lot, even your referee reports. So let's go back and I'm going to be showing you the page and how you can apply for it. So we have the Curtin University Higher Degree by Research Scholarship. Now there are two ways to apply. The first one is you apply using a project. So we have the Higher Degree by Research project here. Now this project means that there's already a topic, there are already supervisors in the topic. They're just looking for a student or students that are going to undertake it. That's one way. Another way is that you have your own research topic. You go and look for a supervisor and then you would get in contact with them, submit your expression of interest, and then apply. Now the RTP scholarship opens 1st July and closes on 31st July. That's the timeline for you to submit your expression of interest. That's why I'm bringing it as early as possible, so that you can get in contact with your supervisors, because you need to get supervisors before you submit your expression of interest. So it's very, very important. But first, let's start with how do you apply for projects. So like those that already have projects, so let's explore projects. So we have the higher degree HGR project opportunities, right? So check for the ones that are open to international students. So there's no way to filter it, so you have to open the ones you're interested in. So let's do this radio transit from compact objects, and there's 2 scholarship that is being offered under this project. It's the Faculty of Science and Engineering or Space and Astronomy. So let's just click on the arrow. This is everything about the scholarships, the project. So this is what the project is about, the professors that are in charge of it. This is the ideal candidate they are looking for, and it is at a PhD level. So you have to have like a master's in physics, astronomy, astrophysics. They also set the field of distinction that you should have gotten, whether distinction, upper class, first class, what you should be able to demonstrate. Now, two scholarships are available to domestic students and international candidates. Two scholarships are available to domestic and international students, and one to domestic candidates only. Now, what this scholarship offers, they are going to be giving you a living stipend of 38,440 Australian dollars per year, for full-time studies for up to a maximum of 3.5 years. You also be getting computing equipment, you'll be getting travel and research funding. Your tuition fees will also be offset for the for international students, right? The application for this has opened since 1st of May and it will be closing 31st of July. Now, these are the professors involved in this. If you are interested, you're just going to click on submit a expression of interest form, and let's see what it looks like. This is an expression of interest form, so you have to make sure that you see they said Curtin advertised PhD research projects. Since you're advertising for one of these, they said that since you're advertising for one of these, you are going to apply here. So before you apply for your before you submit your expression of interest, you have to make sure that you have chosen the research degree of your choice. You have your current CV and academic transcripts ready for attachment. You have a research proposal included in your EOI. You have identified a potential supervisor. Now, for the project, because you are doing projects, you don't need to identify potential supervisor. You already have one there. I will always advise that you could always reach out to them, because their emails are here. Once you click on, you can see their email address. You can always reach out to them and just let them know that, oh, you want to apply for this and stuff. They can even put you through some things, even they can put you through some things, or just let you know. But you can also go ahead and just apply. Then details of at least one referee ready. Once you have all of this, you begin expression of interest. So this is what the form looks like. Expression of interest for application. So because it's not yet open, but when it's open, you just click on applying for an advertised Curtin research project. When they say nominate name of supervisor, you enter the names or the name of the supervisor, the head supervisor of that project. It's for future Curtin HGR. If you don't have a Curtin student ID, so you don't have to provide that. Then you enter your name, international students, whatever details they ask you to. The project title is the name of the project you're applying for, and just every other information there, and then you can now submit. They'll be asking you if you have any publications. There's just any question. They will be asking you a lot of questions. Then you have to upload your CV, your transcript, and the rest. Remember that you are going to is going to be opening for the HGR scholarship July 1st. So don't go and submit your expression of interest now. Wait till July 1st. So that's for the how to apply for a project-based HGR scholarship. Interested in formulating your own topic and applying, you also have to find a supervisor, and you also have to find the course and the department you'll be applying under. So we'll do higher degree by research scholarship and how to explore and apply for research degrees. This is the research degree application, and it's how to apply for higher degree by research. Now you have to review their area of interest. Now it's very important, if you are undertaking a research scholarship, to know the area of interest of the school you are applying for. That will help you tailor your own application, and it's going to be easier to find a supervisor that will be willing to supervise you because it falls under their area of interest. So this is their area of interest. If there's anyone that you are interested in, you just click on it. So let's pick business, society, and community. Once you click on that, it's going to take you to this page. This is business, society, and community. Just explaining what they research under. They're explaining their strengths, economic policy, education, future of work, gender equality, tourism. So you know that you can tailor your research to any one of this area. Do you understand? Now, if you want to check for a supervisor in this field, or you're looking for a researcher, you can always click here. Just have to make sure Okay, so this is looking for researcher. So if you're looking for a researcher in this field, you can see the names. So we want only masters and doctoral supervisors only, since we are looking for people that will supervise us. So these are supervisors, these are some of the names under this particular research field. So you can just click on their bio if you're interested in them. So this is what his page looks like. His faculty portfolio, you can check his Google Scholar to see some of the research he has done. You can check his LinkedIn and you can get in contact with him. You have to read this brief summary and just make sure that whatever research you're interested in, he is also his area of interest. So you can message him. You can message as many as possible till you get the one that will want to supervise you. Now once you're done with that, um once you have picked the area of interest you're interested in, you're now going to be picking whether you want to apply for a master's of research or a doctorate of research. You have already found your supervisor, so that one is that. So let's say you're going to be applying for a master's of research. So let's click on master's of research. It's now going to take you to this page. So this is what it's going to bring out. So you have to always make sure you are in the international student page, not the domestic student page. Now you explore the courses they have. We have masters of research in psychology, marketing, agriculture. We have a whole lot of courses here, so you can explore it, but I'm going to be picking masters of research in psychology. So once you click on that, it's going to take you to this page. So this is what it's about. It's a 2-year course. You can check the application intake for research one. This is the overview. So what the course covers, why you should study at this university, what you will learn if you are doing this course. Now the entry requirement, what you will need to get into this course. Now you have to have like a bachelor of psychology. Depending on the course you pick, there are other criteria that you need to get in. We have fees, scholarship for international students, but if you are looking for this, since you are applying for scholarship, we have fees, but since you are applying for scholarship, you don't need to worry about the fees. And the intake, how to apply, and just different information. But now since you are applying for your HGR, you don't apply first directly. You first apply submitting your expression of interest. When you now apply submitting your expression of interest, they will look at your expression of interest, see if the supervisor is willing to supervise you, see if they think you are a good enough student. Then they will now reach out to you to invite you to come and now do an official application for your course. So the expression of interest is just like the initial application. It's not the main application. It's just for them to know whether, okay, this profile fits what we want. So if you have checked it and you see that, okay, you also fit the entry requirements for the master's program or the PhD program you are interested in, you can now send the message to your supervisor and you let them know. You also get the information on whether they want to supervise you or not. You also get the information on whether they want to supervise you or not. So after we have picked, so you can see that we have picked the research area we are interested in, we have picked the research degree we are interested in. I've showed you how to find a supervisor. Now how do you write a research proposal? Now this is how you write your research proposal that you are going to submit. In your expression of interest, you state your research topic, research plan and objective. So show that you have sufficient experience and knowledge in that area. Demonstrate your research is significant and ethical, and then it should be accompanied by any cited reference. Now if you are interested in me doing a how to write a research proposal, if I get like up to, let's say, 10 to 15 comments, I will shoot a video on that. Now let's view our recommendation. Review the recommendations on how to structure your research proposal. Now view the recommendations on how to structure your research proposal. I would encourage that if you're applying for this, you download this and read on how they are advising you to structure your research proposal. It's usually quite different across board, but research proposal, a lot of things are the same. We just have some difference depending on the school. So it's always good to tailor your research proposal per what the school wants. Now once you are done with that and you are ready, you have chosen your course, you can now apply. Now you can click on apply now and follow the prompts. Once you have done all of that, you have to still go back to your expression of interest page, and then click on the expression of interest like you did for the HDR project advertised course, you are also going to be submitting this once you have gotten your supervisor and everything. The only difference is that where you are going to be supposed to tick project advertised course, you are not going to be ticking project advertised course because you are not applying for a project advertised course. It's you that picked your own research topic, you got your own supervisor, so you click on my own research project, right? Enter the name of the supervisor that have agreed to supervise you, and fill in the information, and then you wait for them. If they will get back to you on whether they are inviting you to further apply, or they're telling you that they cannot, you cannot apply. So I like this thing of expression of interest because it's just a easy way. Do you now wait for feedback on whether you can proceed to apply or not? So that's all for this application. And no, you can apply by yourself. You do not need agents. There is no application fee. You can do everything by yourself, and I'm bringing it early now so that you can reach out to these potential supervisors yourself. You have enough time. You can see that it's opening July 1st, so use this time to reach out to supervisors and have a supervisor ready that is willing to supervise you. So immediately it opens now, you send out your expression of interest as soon as possible. So that's all for this. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye guys.